The biggest and maybe most frequent football match in the world is back today. Rangers versus Celtic in the Old Firm derby at Ibrox, the first one of the season, and both clubs are coming into it in a weird state. The home side Rangers have had an awful start to the season under Russell Martin. It's so toxic and most of the fans that I speak to want him out already. Celtic fans' frustration is more towards the board in not signing players and crashing out the Champions League against unknown quantities in Kairat Almaty. Kind of crazy they went out to a team from right near the Chinese border in Kazakhstan, but had they have signed one or two attacking players more early in the window, they might have got through. But today is a really fascinating game, and I feel like the season hinges on it already. First derby of the season, how are you feeling going into it?
Kind of nervous judging by our European record and start of the season, but I have a wee bit of hope, so...
Do you have any sympathy for Russell Martin, or...? No? Even though there's been obviously players maybe throwing managers under the bus in recent years, players down in tools this season. We saw it at Vigaman last week.
I didn't want him to begin with, so...
So are you Martin out currently then?
Martin out currently.
Even this early you'd still want Martin out. Who would be your ideal replacement then?
I'd probably take back Steven Gerrard, to be honest.
What do you make of Russell Martin seemingly falling out with Nico Raskin, your best player from last season?
Well, I don't think it's looking great. I think the media has maybe stirred it a bit, but still, from being your good player from last season, they having him basically a bench warmer now, and an older Rothwell coming in. Personally, I think he's doing the wrong thing. I know the experience is maybe there with Rothwell and stuff, but
from Raskin last season to Rothwell this season, it's a bit of a downgrade in that position, isn't it?
No, you got Raskin pretty late on last season. He didn't come in and play well at the start, but I still think he cemented his place in the first team. And
just compare Raskin getting into the Belgium squad. Would Rothwell get anywhere near the Belgium squad?
No.
Are you behind the manager?
No. I never, to be honest, I never was.
Where do you stand on the manager? Are you Russell Martin in or out?
Do you know what? This chopping and changing managers, give the guy a chance, I think. You know what I mean? But
do you have some sympathy for him, because it seems like players have thrown him under the bus, maybe, or out of down tools?
I think there's a mole in the camp, and I think we know who it is, but there'll be no names mentioned.
No, there's been a lot of leaks of teams and stuff, hasn't there? Yeah.
But he's leaving. Let's put it that way. And he's small. That's what I'm saying. It's just a case of keeping the chins up, but as I say, let's carry on with people saying that, oh, hope we lose and get mad. You shouldn't be thinking like that.
Yeah, off camera I've heard a few people talk today about we hope to lose today so that Russell Martin gets sacked.
Exactly. That's not...
That doesn't come into your thinking, though.
See, if that's the case, they shouldn't even be wearing the Rangers top or coming and supporting the team.
Yeah.
Support, win, lose or draw.
How are we feeling generally just about the managerial situation? Because there's a lot of people in, a lot of people out.
I think he's got to go, unfortunately.
You think he's got to go this early into the season?
To come in. Hopefully we'll get somebody lined up, because it can't go on any longer.
What's gone so wrong?
I don't know. I think he's underestimated what Scottish football's all about. I think he's came in here with a plan that he thought would work. Sadly, it's not.
But see what happens.
Nervous? Yeah, there's low expectations going into today.
I'm just not up there, but I'm not down here. It's a strange feeling.
I feel like some of the fans are numb to it all right now this season.
Maybe I think that's what I'm feeling just now.
Yeah, okay.
The other night was I think maybe a defeat was expected, Sam, but the manner of it and the score was a massive shock.
How much responsibility should the players take? I've been asking people a lot about Russell Martin today, but there's obviously players that have down tools, that are leaking squads and things like that. Igaman not wanting to come on and then going and scoring twice for Lille. It seems like a bit of an insult to the players and the managers and the people that have built this club to not play and not give 100%.
I think so. I've said, Mark and I've talked about this before, it can't always be the manager's fault.
Not a lot of it has to go with the players as well. There's a lot of them that you can see they chucked it. I don't think they're playing for the manager.
He's either losing the dressing room or he's lost it.
You think he's losing the dressing room? If he was to go, who would be your number one choice to take over?
See, there's rumours. Maybe people saying Mourinho, but that's pie in the sky stuff.
You're over from
Sydney,
Australia?
Yeah, Sydney.
Your first ever game in Scotland?
Yeah, first Old Firm derby, so he experienced a whole lot.
Nice. What do people from different parts of the world, maybe from Australia, think about this derby then?
Mate, it's one to get to be sure and experience it.
And who's your team out in Australia then?
Sydney FC.
Sydney FC, seen them before, mate.
Yeah.
Nice, happy days. You've always got a good bit of knowledge on what's going on. What's gone wrong this season?
Everything. From Russell Martin, I'm not like a hater, but there's a lot of things going wrong with him. There's like I wouldn't say forced, but this time with him and Hamza isn't going on too well. And
Do you think he got enough money for Hamza?
I don't know. They said about 10, but I'm sure it was about 6 million we got. And last time he's right in Scotland level.
So I think the old club get a bit of a sell-on clause as well, so I don't know how much of that 10 you'll actually keep. Majowski signed.
I know,
You got to be happy with that.
I hope he starts today.
And do you think Russell Martin will still be here this time next year? Flew in this morning early for the game. 12 o'clock kickoff. What do you make of the midday kickoffs here in Scotland?
Oh, I hate it. It's ruining for a lot of things.
Do you have it in the Netherlands this early? Football?
Yeah, for the big games we also have it because people tend to get too drunk.
Yeah.
And there's too much wine. And I think
that's what it's all about.
I think that's the same thing here.
And you've been to an Old Firm derby at Celtic before?
Yeah.
Are you excited to come see on here at Ibrox?
Really excited because I have a strong opinion about the atmosphere in the UK, but in Scotland, I've been to Celtic Park. It was amazing.
You think the atmospheres are overrated in England, don't you?
Really.
Pre-match atmosphere at these Old Firm games is just absolutely incredible. So much riding on it. The teams are just getting announced as we speak right now. The players are about to come out. A huge thanks to EA for hooking up access for today. They are the match sponsors of today and sponsor Rangers as well. So huge thanks to them. What did you make of the pre-match atmosphere, the players coming out?
Honestly, I have seen a lot of derbies. It was goosebumps, like it was so loud. It's hard to explain, like so much noise, so much anger. I love it.
That's the loudest song of the game for Nico Raskin, who's not in the team today. Apparently fell out with Russell Martin, best player at this club by a mile, and he's not playing in the biggest game this season. What did you make of them goal celebrations, mate? 25. VAR's looking at it. I don't even know, I think they haven't announced who scored. Maybe they're waiting for the VAR check, but a real lack of quality so far in this game. I've been saying to fans outside, I thought it was going to be 0-0 or 1-1 today. I think a draw just kind of suits both teams. But yeah, I don't think we've seen Rangers win an Old Firm before on this channel. We've been to a lot of these derbies. I think we've only seen draws or Celtic win. There we go, back to 0-0. Half time, I feel like this one's got 0-0 written all over it.
It's going to be 0-0.
I cannot
some of the deliveries and some of the final third play and like just the crosses and what you'd expect in the final third in a big game like this to make the difference just hasn't been there from either team. 0 chances in the second half. I can't remember a keeper making the save. That's it, full time. Boos at full time. That is the least entertaining Old Firm derby I think I've ever seen.
I think from a neutral perspective, trying to come up with like a narrative from that game, that's probably got to be one of the worst Old Firm derbies for a long time.
Yeah, listen, there wasn't many great opportunities from both sides. Certainly Celtic won at the races today. Rangers probably had a little bit more intensity about their play. They had the goal chopped off, obviously a potential penalty in the first half, but there wasn't a great deal of goal-mouth action.
Have you seen that back, the goal? Was it an offside?
Yeah, so it was just a fraction offside. It was a great ball in, it was a brilliant header from John Stewart. So unfortunate, but definitely just half a yard offside.
Does a point suit both teams and managers?
Yeah, I think it does. I think it suits them. Before the game, I think both managers would be probably happy with a point. Certainly Brendan Rodgers would have been in it. It sort of stops the negativity a little bit for Russell Martin, but certainly there's a lot of questions still to be answered.
Can he build from that today then, do you think? Is it international break now, isn't it?
Yeah, international break. Next home game is Hearts in 2 weeks' time, so again, he's got to build on that, because I think defensively they looked much more solid today. They didn't look as vulnerable.
Yeah. Who'd have thought their first clean sheet of the season would be against Celtic?
Well, not many, but again, when you look at Celtic's firepower at the moment, it's not great, so interesting times ahead.
Unbeaten this season as well.
Yeah.
4 draws
4
in the
draws,
league,
which isn't good enough for Rangers, by far not good enough, but again, it probably just stems the flow from that disappointment midweek.